Hey, what's up? This is the Sip Sip Show. Where we're doing a show in KL Podfest. Thanks to KL Podfest for having us. My name is Egan.
I'm Chris.
We just want to start with
Terima kasih.
with some thank yous to our sponsors, Scenic, Inscan, and
Globes.
Globes Neighborhood for making all this possible lah. So the Sip Sip Show, menghapus jarak antara community. That's kind of our thing lah. Bridging community gaps. So today we have a part of a very important team, and yeah, let's jump into it lah.
Oh, nervous ke apa ni?
Saya tahu, saya macam bingung ni.
Kenapa orang? Pahal.
Hilang saya pandai.
So we have Cheng and Mel from Scenic representing
Hi.
Scenic, and they came all the way to KL Podfest to like make sure we
To
do things
support us.
properly, to make sure we do work also. Tidak lah. But anyway, thanks for making all of this happen. And Egan, so
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So Mel,
Yes.
the first time I saw you, I was interviewing Vivianti.
Yeah.
So where was that?
I think that
Laman
was
Seni kan? Bukan Laman
that
Seni.
was last year, but I don't think that was the first time we met.
But that was because it was documented. Can I get
Yeah.
to see like, oh, begini si Mel dulu dia punya cerita-cerita. So from there till today, I've seen noticeable changes in I guess your how you talk, how you bring yourself around. Cuba cerita sikit kau punya pengalaman in this 1 year.
In this 1 year. Oh. Okay.
Untuk ngadau ya guys.
Undang adalah Dato.
Datu.
Tidaklah. So within this 1 year, I have learned so much actually. Sebab previously, okay, so I tell a little bit about my past before I went into Scenic lah. I took arts management as my degree, but now working with Scenic, I am the partnership and stakeholder engagement. Tapi to most people, they know it as marketing and communication lah.
Right.
Yeah, so I do digital marketing and things like that. But in Scenic, what apa tu yang kasih beza dia with other agency is we get to have so many speaking engagement. So I think that is the reason why you notice like cara saya bercakap pun mungkin lain sudah.
Training sana.
Kita lah juga kali ya. Kena asas. Kena paksa untuk bercakap.
I
Yeah.
understand that.
And I have shared this before that I was an introvert before this.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Before I was in Scenic lah. Yeah, I would say before I was in Scenic. Masa during my degree years pun saya masih lagi malu-malu. And I was the batch during COVID. Jadi, jadi masa kami ada presentation
Semua online
online.
je kan?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
online, right? And I push myself there to speak juga. And whenever I speak, I would bergegar. Yeah, I don't think it happens now because maybe I push myself to move from my comfort zone so that I won't stay there sejak. So that is why I am more comfortable and more confident to talk now. Yeah.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah, I was a
Kau
very
nampak kamu orang semua very outgoing.
introverted person.
Okay, still about you. Tapi saya masih tanya si Cheng. In this 1 year, kau tengok dia, what do you acknowledge that you
What's
see?
the glow up?
Okay, okay.
Oh, also, Cheng is my boss. So she.
So this is very good.
Ini kan?
Siap kau.
So basically Mel start dengan intern di sini. Tapi Mel intern start with other department.
Okay.
Mel under capacity building.
Yeah.
So after my last year, saya on my long leave. So Mel take over all my kerja di kat marketing. So this year, saya baru start working with Mel dalam team marketing. Before this, we are working together, but we are different department. So dia more on the program and I more on the marketing. So, but I'm sure during my long leave, Mel doing a lot of great job. Dia doing what I'm doing, but difference dia, when I'm on my leave, I didn't get chance untuk latih dia more deep on what I'm doing.
Okay.
But she did well, very well.
No, she helped me a lot.
She did very well actually. OMG man. And just to, in my kami punya team lah, before this marketing and communications, but we rebranding kan. This year we call partnerships engagement
And
P-
stakeholder engagement.
state partnership nan. Saya selalu sebut PSET.
Okay.
Yeah, PSET for short.
PSET. So the long name untuk PSET, Partnerships Stakeholder Engagement Department. So this year kami ada 3 orang dalam tim tu. So dalam PSET ni dia ada marketing and data impact. One of our team is Farik lah, and we have one super intern.
Yeah.
Ui, super intern.
Amir.
Super
Shout out
intern.
to Amir.
Shout out to
Super
Amir.
intern.
Super intern.
I didn't know there was a hierarchy here.
Yeah, I thought it was like sama.
Saya ingat kamu macam satu unit
Yeah.
Tapi
bestie.
Yeah, yeah.
tapi di sini memang we are used to it. We are tiada bos apa semua. We work like everyone sama. Everyone sama.
Except lain gaji lah.
Everyone sama. Everyone sama.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing that we learn, and it was a culture from Vivianti punya time lagi. So it sticks with us sampai biarpun dia sudah keluar, it's still there. The culture is still there, which is good. Sebab you don't see this at other places,
No.
right? Yeah, especially government agency or
Sangat
government.
tidak nampak.
Yeah.
I feel like Scenic doesn't operate like a government agency.
Yeah.
Dia macam more of an NGO corporate entity than a government agency. The way you guys function, how you guys do meetings and everything. Even the office pun, the layout and how chill it
Ya,
is.
betul.
Dia sangat non-governmental. For me lah.
Even kami punya CEO pun tiada office before this. Ya, semua terbuka, open
Yeah,
space.
she can
Wow.
pick where she wants.
Yeah.
She can pick where she wants to work.
Stress.
So Mel, you started as an intern kan? Memang you wanted to intern at Scenic kah? Macam how do you end up interning at Scenic?
Oh, okay. So I was recommended by a lecturer yang ada Scenic di Sabah, and because Eva Chris was a staff at Scenic, sebab Eva was my senior. Jadi masa I did my research a bit about Scenic, and I'm like, oh, ada juga government agency di Sabah yang ada focus on creative. So I was so interested. Jadi memang that was my first choice. Jadi yeah, it was my first choice.
What was your
So,
second choice?
Sabah Art Gallery.
Sama-sama
Tidak jauh lah kan.
Tidak jauh.
They
Oh,
have the same heart lah.
Was there any expectation of how it was to be at Scenic when you joined? Ini to both of you lah. Like before you join Scenic, the expectation, and then when you join, the reality dia macam mana?
Okay, so saya start dengan sini after I graduated. I'm join My Step. I think sekarang dong rebrand to K-Youth. So I start My Step and then direct dapat placement di sini. At the first, saya punya background study totally different. I have degree on industrial relations and labor study. I'm focused on more HR, industrial relations and labor study.
Ui, nah.
So I'm focused on labor law, HR, something like that.
Okay.
So during my first day in sini kan, tu momen-momen lucu. Saya dapat placement di marketing. So my first day saya duduk sedangkan, okay, I got the one task, do design. You know what? Start saya like jam 8 sampai 5 in the morning tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, I didn't sleep.
Stress.
No stress. Saya design. Sebab I first time guna Canva masa tu.
Oh, okay.
I first time design Canva. And you know what? My first sigil, I design sigil. First design sigil, the color is green. The background sigil green. And the color is yellow. Because what? My favorite color.
Ikut suka hati kau lah.
Suka hatilah. Then my previous boss kan si Saila, my HR di atas. And dia cakap, oh Ceng, betul-betul favorite color ni. And nasib ada guidance daripada Saila and I use saya dapat 6 months juga I learn a lot of things. 6 months saya belajar everything from scratch.
From
Design.
zero designing to jumping into designing,
Betul,
banyak
betul.
mau belajar.
Betul.
Anyone yang ajar kau?
Ada Saila and Puan Vivi hantar saya go to training Canva and everything.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Thanks to
I
Puan
really respect about Cheng. She learned from kosong, literally from zero.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
changed dia punya Yalah, sebab dulu dia punya is in label IR, industrial relation kan, dan
Betul,
digital
betul.
marketing.
So sekarang kau punya design untuk sijil masih kuning.
Dah sudah.
Cantik sudah.
Dah sudah.
Cantik.
Tapi the color tu kan masih lah.
Signature lah.
Mana masih ada hijau, masih ada kuning.
Sunnah lah. Hijau. Mel.
Yes.
When you see her and her progress, and she's your boss,
Yeah.
what's the experience like?
Oh, it's very I never had a boss like Cheng before. A leader lah, I would say a leader like Cheng. Sebab she would macam kalau orang yang bila kau kerjakan, then orang akan suruh kau buat something, she would just let you, okay, kau buat je ni, nanti kau kasih tunjuk saya, things like that. Which Cheng would handhold and ask if it's okay, are you good, is it do you need help, and she always asks that. Do we need help? And even when she is now the acting CEO, she would still macam stay up with us untuk buat kerja sampai untuk sampai tu kerja siap lah, with all the other with all OT.
But we tidak panggil OT, kita panggil Kiam.
Kiam,
Apa?
yeah,
Kiam.
Kiam, and I know Kiam sebab dia orang.
Apa itu kiam?
Stay up until night.
It's actually it's a Muslim
Yeah, betul,
term during puasa kan?
No,
Qiyamulai.
Qiyamulai is something like stay up untuk tunaikan solat malam.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm confused. Kiam dengan tahajud.
So kami
Dia jadi
panggil
religious.
Kiam. Yeah.
okay lah.
So Cheng would apply that because itu yang kau dapat dulu kan. So you pass it down to Mel juga. Macam the
No.
guidance and everything.
Iya betul.
Because I'm handling on the digital
Yeah,
marketing side, right? Jadi itulah I do a lot of the editing juga,
Betul.
the copywriting.
I learn from
Begitu.
daripada Puan Vivi, dia sangat handhold my previous HOD Saila, dia orang very like ask me everything I need, what I need. So during my time lah kan jadi leader, I do that same things dengan saya punya team. I think all team Cynic pun begitu.
Oh, itu siok.
The culture yang kita terapkan in Cynic.
I never heard handhold.
Saya terlampau biasa, the drop you in the middle of the ocean, kau pandai-pandai belajar. Yeah. Hand holding is guiding lah.
Yeah.
So they don't leave you to do everything. They're on the side, monitoring and helping you when you need.
Yeah, ada certain part yang okay, dia boleh survive and I can, okay.
Yeah, and you are you will not be afraid to do mistakes.
So it's not
Sebab-
micromanaging.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's
It's
not.
not breathe down the neck.
No. This one is there. You need me, I'm just here. Let me know.
Yeah.
Itu je.
Huh.
Yeah. Which is that's the only way you can learn and grow faster lah.
Yes,
You know.
betul.
Like our generation is like, pandai-pandai lah belajar sendiri.
Ataupun kalau salah kena marah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel it that way in Cynic.
You learn from
Yeah,
mistake.
you learn from your mistake, and even if you did a mistake, they'll only tell you macam bagus-bagus lah, like, oh, you shouldn't do this. Ataupun kami main-main kasih ketawa-ketawa, bilang, hey, lucunya kau buat begini, like that. So that, things like that, so that they won't feel like, oh, aku kena marah begitu.
Betul.
You know, macam Gen Z style.
So that means like mistakes is not macam kau tidak ada denda for your mistakes lah.
So you laugh together at
You
someone's
Yeah,
mistake.
then
Betul.
you
and
learn from your mistakes lah.
we will help them
Yeah,
to
betul.
improve.
Because then that's where people will do more. Because like I said lah, the only way you learn is from your mistakes kan.
Yeah.
It's just don't repeat your mistakes lah.
Yeah.
Tapi you're not afraid to try different things juga lah.
Yes, very.
Pernahkah orang kena marah? Tak pernah.
Pernah kan anyone kena marah? Actually lah.
I mean,
Sini
I don't
is so
want to know
peaceful.
names lah, but pernahkah ada? Because
I mean ada juga, kami kena marah juga.
kena
But-
teriak ke?
Kena teriak tidak lah. Ya, no,
No.
tidaklah kena teriak.
Tidak kena
It's just kena marah because of memang salah kami lah juga.
Betul.
So kadang-kadang bermain juga terlampau kan.
Betul.
Lalai.
Oh, it's such
Kadang
a
terlampau
It feels like-
terlalai sudah tu.
It really feels like a family, kan?
yeah. Yeah.
Gila lah. We segue.
Yes, we segue.
So you guys work with a lot of communities.
Yes.
Macam mana kamu mau start to engage with grassroots? I mean, kan ada banyak research, ada banyak benda yang communities in Sabah are very keras kepala. Dia mau trust dulu, baru dia mau let you in. How do you start?
I think mungkin Mel boleh add on je kan.
Okay,
I
boleh,
mean
boleh.
if kalau saya terlepas pandang, I think the key is consistency. So we do a lot of program kan, but kalau contoh lah, let's say lah one program, we do one program, dia punya the participants tidak dapat banyak sambutan. We don't count the quality, the quantity. We count the quality. Even satu orang pun yang datang, we do that.
Yeah.
We do that because we believe in a ripple effect. Let's say lah, you come to join our program, you the alone, but you going back to your community, apa yang kau belajar tu you terapkan to others yang kau punya community. It's count juga. So something that consistency. Other than that, instead of we are doing program dekat kawasan bandar, we do outreach to rural community. As we believe, the rural community punya ni, dia tidak get same opportunity dengan apa community yang di KK dapat. The talents yang dapat di KK tidak sama dengan opportunity di rural. So we reach out to them to see, to know what their need. And from that, we tap what we can help within kita punya capacity. Maybe Mel mau add on?
I think what you say is really true, and some of them macam mana kami boleh realize yang kita terlampau banyak buat event di KKO kan, macam begitu. Is because of our programs juga, and we realize macam we really need to go underground and not just di pantai barat tapi pantai timur juga. So that's why this year kami punya program, if you realize, banyak di area Sandakan, Lahadatu, di Tawau. We do SE Ketchup like I mentioned just now, and we work together with InScan, with Sosia, with Seed, Sata, for the programs, so that macam, because we know that we cannot do this alone, and sebab if we do this alone, then we will only macam siok sendiri lah.
Betul.
Yeah. So I think
The more the merrier.
the more the merrier.
So you guys go on the ground.
Yeah.
Kamu jumpa individuals.
Kalau individuals, for SE Ketchup, yes. And sometimes, if we go to macam Sandakan, we have like a program in Sandakan. Our team have a program there kan. Diorang akan pick one day just to visit like this social enterprise and see what they are doing. Just macam like to know apa yang diorang buat, and to know like what are the challenges for them. But it's mostly on social entrepreneurs lah. Social entrepreneurs like tech startup kalau ada in sebelah pantai timur. Tapi usually it'll be social entrepreneur. Yeah.
Okay.
Other than individuals kan, we working closely with the community builder. Sebab it's more easy. Like we tap the community, the head of the community. So the community lead dia punya the community. So we work closely lah like that. We believe in quadruple helix. NGO, government agency, community builder, and IHL.
Higher learning
Higher learning
institution.
institution.
Apa nama?
Quadruple
Helix.
So,
Empat kepala.
yeah,
Empat kepala.
Empat kepala. Kami bekerja sama with all these four.
All these four.
NGOs, government, corporate, and higher learning institution.
Oh, so that means it's not just individuals, it's an ecosystem.
Yeah,
Yes.
ecosystem.
They have
It's an
to work
ecosystem.
together for a bigger impact.
Just cut it off.
Speaking of social entrepreneurs and the ecosystem and everything, I know there is maybe a diplomatic way to say it, tapi what issues do you see that it's making things harder to happen?
For the social enterprises.
Yeah, from social enterprise punya side lah.
Okay. Okay. Let me think first.
Boleh, take your time.
Apa? Like a harder.
Like issues yang korang tahu boleh buat ni, but all the hurdles ataupun like issues yang kau jumpa yang tergendala the project, it can go forward tapi ada ni barang-barang itu
Politics.
settle first.
Yes, and banyak yang I would say the enterprise yang very grant driven juga.
Oh,
They rely on grants,
grantpreneurs.
grantpreneur. Jadi I think kalau begitu kalau ada grant baru boleh buat. Begitu kan dorang punya mentality. So like meaning kalau dorang tidak dapat sell their products then they cannot sustain. So that's a problem. Like the mindset juga lah. I think.
Yeah, correct. The
Dangerous,
mindset.
ah?
Other than that kan ada some entrepreneur yang they don't want to change. Like what they're doing, their comfort zones.
Inilah yang support.
Inilah. This is what I do. This is what I practice 10 tahun dari selepas lagi. So tidak boleh anyone to kacau. This is what I want. But they need help.
So but then for me kan benda begitu is like it's on you lah. If you don't progress, the help is not gonna be 10 years ago punya help.
Yes.
So you have to move to current trends, current methodologies kan. So itu yang ada isu juga lah orang keras kepala like
Betul.
no, saya kerja memang gini ini saya sama buat. Tapi mau minta tolong.
Betul.
And sometimes kami wonder juga like how do we tell these people that please join our programs, because some of them know yang kami ada buat program but they still macam aku boleh dapat ni bila-bila aja bani free juga begitu, things like that.
Yeah.
I think in the art scene or music kan, we have this saying juga lah. Kalau orang terlampau biasa free, they take it for granted lah. Tapi kalau kau taruh harga dia, mungkin you might not get as many people coming, but you'll have quality attendance lah.
Yeah, betul.
But I also see where some might not be able to afford the fee, so orang tidak akan datang.
Yeah.
So dia susah juga kan mau to balance out and all that stuff. But yeah, I do agree though. Banyak yang expect handout, yang nampak ini I can do later lah.
Yeah.
So there's no urgency, no feeling like I should do it now. I have to do this begini. Ataupun I can learn from multiple agencies to do multiple things. Sangat irritating.
Sayang.
But I think for us pun is like the my creative grant or Cendana Maya grant. Like I didn't apply for it because I didn't see where I could fit in to the criteria lah. So saya tidak apply because my plans was like saya rasa what I wanted to do was not big enough to apply for the grant because I can still do it without the grant. So aku jalan sendiri lah. But a lot of people like you said lah, tidak dapat the grant, tidak payah buat lah.
Yeah.
So they're just doing it for the money, but they're not doing it
Yes.
for the work itself.
Yes.
And that's that like from what we've been saying for the past few days, even what the panelists were talking about kan, yang people are doing it because there are grants.
Yeah.
Kalau tiada grant, nobody will be doing it.
Yes.
Saya pula risau mau apply for grants or whatever kind of support from the government because I feel like my subject matter is too sensitive. Macam I talk too much about politics in my artwork. Saya jadi risau kalau saya tidak boleh express what I want, what I really want to express. But then again, bila sudah, I guess I'm a bit more experienced now, and I realize yang maybe once in a while you need to have some boost and to work with government bodies to have a good relationship with them, and maybe your subject matter can also be as sensitive but in a different approach yang orang boleh telan, yang dia tidaklah yang in your face, yang terlampau jahat, or maybe it could be funny, it could be cartoony, but then yeah. Macam si Iwan tidak banyak bergerak, bila dia bergerak saya terus panik.
How? Yeah, now I'm thinking like how best or when is it time for an entrepreneur or a company or an enterprise or social enterprise when they know it's time to apply for a grant. Because I think the ideology now is kau ambil tu grant untuk start this social enterprise. You get this grant to start this company. It's not that you already have the company and you get the grant to execute your projects. Itu kan sekarang punya masalah. Yang orang tunggu grant baru mau start.
Iya. Ada juga yang memang memang sudah ada dorang punya idea, ada sudah product and everything, tapi dorang tidak pandai market themselves. So in order for them to macam saya tidak dapat jual ni produk, but so I think I need grant so that I can help me sustain in a way. Yeah. So macam asal ada begitu supaya orang boleh apply for that grant.
Maybe other than that, some of maybe entrepreneurs ni dorang takut ataupun they are worried untuk gagal. So what we do, have a kickstart. Like kickstart to like lah kita this one atau two social enterprise, we help them, we guide them until they we think they are successful. So this is the indicator to other social enterprise to see other social enterprise from this can grow to this. Like I want to highlight one of our tech startup, Mazri Mahat, yang do halal apps tu. Dia start pun from grant. Then now tengok dia OMG, dia amazing. Dia boleh earn sampai billion from the start, from the grant.
Mazri, my friend.
Time to fund back again.
Mana kau, Mazri?
Yeah. I think that's yang social enterprise want to ba. Yang the success story they can see and dorang boleh as a apa orang bilang tu, I forgot the terms.
Guideline, example.
Boleh lah example.
Not powerful enough words. Boleh lah pakai.
Inspiration lah itu.
Inspirations.
But
Role model.
don't get me wrong juga about yang orang like entrepreneurs being like they think they are too small and they cannot sustain, so that's why they for grant, because there are so many social enterprises yang memang start from dari bawah-bawah but now earning so much, yang macam all the products in front of us like Dumo Wongi, she is empowering like women from Bundu Tuhan to generate income just by growing herbs and edible flowers, and macam simple things like that yang kita rasa macam there are so many people doing it in Sabah that but they don't realize that they are a social entrepreneur juga. Yeah, so things like that macam yang I think they are dorang lack of like the knowledge of knowing that saya ni SE kah, macam begitu. So itu juga sebab why dorang, maybe the reason why they tidak attend our classes like the workshops and atau apply for this, apply for that. Mungkin dorang the confidence of the orang-orang Sabah ni juga kan, dorang rasa dorang humble bah, padahal they are making like great things, like great achievements. Dorang tidak nampak
macam masih sini-sini.
Yes,
betul. And you have feedback bah based on that kan. We do satu symposium SE Summit. ada social enterprise ni, they don't know dia ada social enterprise. After they join to summit,
Yeah.
wow, dia cakap, there's so many ways I can tap in.
Yeah.
So Cynic ni as a mediator, connector, we help them untuk funnel to the right partner, to the right stakeholder yang they can tap in to ask for help, to helping them to grow and grow.
Yeah.
I have that problem. Dulu saya takut mau panggil diri saya artis because I feel like I'm not artistic enough. Saya buat ini saja, saya lukis pakai pensel saja, bukan apalah ni. Then when I'm doing this pun saya tidak kenal apa yang saya buat. I never knew that this plus this plus this plus this is podcasting. Then bila saya nampak orang lain bikin tu yang dia bilang, dia ni podcaster begini. Terus aku tengok mana, sama bah apa yang saya buat sama dia. Then I guess I saw these things. I just don't want to label myself
I
that.
think that's us lah. Like we tidak berani label ourselves because dia macam kau angkat bakul sendiri. So you waiting validation orang luar yang kasih tahu kau yang doing this and that. Yeah.
Macam self-diagnosis.
Yeah.
Iya kan?
Betul?
True.
So mungkin all these SE punya orang pun macam kau ni businessman lah, indah lah, bukan lah.
Betul,
Saya tanam
Tapi
gini-gini saya bahas
betul,
sikit-sikit
dorang
saya.
humble. Padahal
di belakang rumah saja
sekali kalau dorang apply for anything kan, dorang dapat. And even macam apa tu, Kak Bella kan dia dapat banyak awards
Betul.
from not knowing that she was a social enterprise. And now gaining so much recognition from so many people and so many agency government yang dia dapat banyak awards lah.
Just doing the things that
Just
she
doing
does.
the thing
Yeah.
that she does. And she was also mestilah because of her dia punya commitment, dia punya
Betul.
kerajinan
Kena
and
usaha
everything.
lah.
Usaha dia selalu datang like apa-apa event kan, kalau kamu nampak dia yang pasal social enterprise kan, kami pergi mesti ada dia. So it's memang usaha tangga kejayaan jugalah.
I feel for what I do kan, dia macam like music production, podcast, whatever stuff kan. Macam the assistance is not there yet to get assistance from the government. So a lot of my jobs or grants kan semua dari non-Malaysian government punya staff. Japan Foundation, Goethe Institute, luar-luar lah. With Malaysian when I try kan, they're very susah. Macam before you start pun kau rasa macam it's very negative. Macam it's like I don't know how to explain lah. Tapi macam dia banyak roadblocks to even get through the isi borang part. For you guys, when you are helping all these entrepreneurs, companies, individuals kan, kau pernah rasa begitu kah yang how do we help them? Where can we push them to?
Yeah, selalu. And even sometimes like ni on the capacity building programs part lah. Dorang selalu tanya, what do these SE need? Like how do they want to upscale? Sebab sometimes we realize yang kalau kami buat program kan, tiada orang datang, mesti there's something wrong with it juga kan. So we would like ask them, okay, what do you need? What do you guys need? Terus some of them bagi respon lah, kami mau bani ramai yang bagi tahu kami like kami mau ni program, bolehkah kamu buat ni program begitu. So kami buat lah. So we put it on our plan and we try to execute the programs juga. And I think
And to echo what Mel said kan, that's come bila kita punya partnerships. We have a strategic partnerships with a various punya entity, Semenanjung, Sabah, International. So, let's say lah, saya bagi satu contoh, Yayasan Hasana Grant. They open the grant at the first time, grant tu, we macam hairan lah, why Sabahan tidak pas? So we look lah dia punya problem, we ask kita punya social enterprise, ask them kenapa yang begini tidak pas ada social enterprise. And I think the problem is about the lessons. So Cynic ni as a bridge kan, we talk to Yayasan Hasanah. This is the lessons ni they orang cannot apply because of di Sabah lain difference.
Yeah.
And the requirements berbeza. So this is Sinik Tukam kan we talk to our strategic partner, and I think since last year Yayasan Hasanah grant untuk Borneo, they are very specific untuk Sabahan and Sarawak. So the specifics ni grant ni Sabahan and Sarawak ni no need to compete with SE yang di Semenanjung.
Oh.
This is a special grant for Sabahan and Sarawak. So that's what one way we do lah. We heard from dari social enterprise and we speak to the top one.
I need to apply. Saya mau apply.
Ya, boleh. This year sudah ada, next year.
Yeah.
Can try next year.
Because there's something we were talking about where we always try to do things for other people or to help other people scale up also kan. Like I know what I can do, my strength, my weaknesses. He has his strength and weaknesses, and we are big on trying to grow the podcasting ni ba. But our problem is we know lah, the sustainability is an issue. But if we could cultivate enough voices for people to have a platform to speak kan, we want to build that opportunity lah. Like yes, kau mau buat podcast, kau tiada barang-barang, tidak apa. We have the spot, we have the location. You can talk with us, we can plan it out, and we can see how we can work lah. Which is something we've always talked about. But it's just even for ourselves to sustain now, cukup lah kan. So mau tolong orang lain tapi sendiri tak boleh tolong diri sendiri, susah juga kan.
But it's great if you guys can give like visibility for this, for the entrepreneurs, for macam sebab diorang mungkin in terms of like marketing diorang tidak seberapa kan. But
I mean, we are always open to help. Yeah.
It's something like an agency lah, in a way. Like I've always wanted to do in KK, tapi I didn't know the target audience for what I could do. So maybe we could start with I could start with the podcast where I'm producing lah, and cucuk semua and see how we can work.
Okay. So for those yang dengar, please reach out to Sip Show.
yes,
Kita
Egan
tolong.
and Chris.
Kita tolong.
diorang ready.
Ready.
Maybe we have one new subscriber here.
Like and share.
Okay, last segue. Upcoming events.
Yes.
Apa ini?
I like
Rural.
this.
Tidak.
Yes.
Rural Social Enterprise Gathering.
Correct.
Alright.
Oh,
So ini inisiatif untuk ni kan? Untuk
Yeah.
untuk apa?
So Rural Social Enterprise Gathering ni adalah we partner dengan Social Enterprise World Forum yang berpangkalan di Scotland. Before this, we work
what?
with Scotland Social Enterprise World Forum.
Yes.
HQ dia Scotland.
Yeah, dia punya
Wow.
entity
Yeah,
ni.
an international.
Glasgow.
The boss is the founder is Gary Higgins. So
Sikit macam Egan.
so before this, we already kerjasama dengan dorang back on 2023 on Social Enterprise World Forum Community Hub
Di KK.
di KK. Ya,
The
di KK.
only social.
Mau claim the first
Yeah,
jangan
the-
dulu.
The
I think you can.
during
Claim.
Sabah.
Claim.
Yeah. So back then this year kita collaborate again. So this year Social Enterprise World Forum di Taiwan. The main.
Yeah.
And Sinik dapat the owner opportunity. Tidak payah bidding, diorang directly pass. So Sinik host. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Sinik host the
okay.
Rural
For
social
Egan to understand,
What-
normally for events like this, like you want to do the conference, you want to hold the forums, whatever, kan? It's a bidding between different countries and
Yeah.
state, bah.
Ah.
So you have to tell them why you can do it, kenapa, how much can you invest, and how much can you do. So with this case, Scotland said,
Yeah.
you guys do it.
yeah,
Without having to bid.
Social Enterprise World Forum pass the Rural Social
Lambat
Enterprise.
banget saya excited.
Before this RSEC dibuat di Australia. If I don't mistake, Australia.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Yang the main one
Oh.
the main one di Amsterdam Social Enterprise World Forum yang kami buat di Netherlands tu kami buat di KK lah, di Community Hub. Tapi before this yang edisi Rural Social Enterprise Gathering before this di Australia. And then next dia punya route tu pergi
Benda ni
Sabah.
besar.
It's international event.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, big event.
okay,
International.
honestly, I thought Alsegni is something Sinik came up with.
No.
No, we collaborate with kita punya partner from Social Enterprise World Forum. Dia co-host. Scenic host.
Yeah.
Gila lah.
Yeah.
Power bro. Even the people coming all international.
Very, very power.
Yeah, very besar-besar punya orang.
Very besar.
Oh, no wonder kau punya speaker semua yang
Yeah.
tak pernah nampak punya muka.
So a few of speaker yang dekat Taiwan tu, they come directly to Sabah. Jadi event di Taiwan is 27 until 30 October. So 31st October sampai 1st until 4 November di Sabah.
That's why they're bringing them to Tuaran pergi
Yeah,
Kundasang
that's why.
to see
Yeah.
the social entrepreneurs on the ground to show them the reality of this is how it
Yeah.
is in Sabah and everything.
The challenges, like,
Challenges.
and to learn from other social enterprises, from the international speakers.
So dia apa during that 4 days kan, 1st until 2nd November learning visit. We bring all the delegates 60 packs in total. All the delegates to learn kita punya social enterprise dekat Kundasang. We bring them to Dumawongi and Kokoryo. So basically both of them ni Dumawongi ni dia ada apa
And dia ada edible garden.
edible garden. So dia
Yeah.
punya community around that lah. They help their community wanita-wanita yang di sana lah. So for the Kokoryo ni dia ada seed bank. Dia ada variety of I think 6 plus kan.
Rare seeds.
Rare 6.
Yang
60
dari
something lah.
dulu-dulu punya, tapi orang masih simpan
Masih
lagi.
simpan lagi dong seed
Yeah.
bank. And the second day on 2nd November we bring them pergi LJD. Pesavoy LJD. Pesavoy dulu. Pesavoy di mana dia do ni sambil kita cakapkan.
Oh, okay.
Dia buat apa ni?
Honey.
Honey. Stingless bee from Stingless bee. So
Kenapa
the
ya?
the fourth visit kita akan pergi LJD lah. Di mana dia upcycle
Nanti kita kasih gambar lah.
buat anting-anting.
So kalau ini kan it's you bring in delegates to these places kan, and then dia ada forum lagi ke nanti?
Yeah.
The forum orang luar boleh datang tengok kah? Tidak.
Yeah, everyone is invited. Even the international participants pun boleh
Dia
datang.
punya forum di mana?
Di SICC.
On the
Sub-
second
Third
On the
November.
Third November.
November.
We should go.
SICC stands for
Sabah
Sabah
International Convention
International
Sabah
Convention
International
Center.
Convention Center. Aha.
Itu yang mau beli tiket kan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Berapa tiket?
Sekarang kami tiket sudah live, and dia ada difference of type of tiket. Dia ada untuk government, dia ada untuk
International.
SE, internationals, and kita punya student. For student it's free. For the SE kita ada kategori lain. For government and corporate pun ada different.
Kalau mau tinggal ni info pergi mana cari?
For those yang mau tengok apa-apa to get no more informations, boleh go to kami punya website Sabah Creative Economy and Innovation Center, SCENIC, Scenic. So kami punya all the social media platform using the same name, Scenic, SCENIC.
Kasian loh kan, don't have to spell out the name. Subscenic is such a special word.
Ada yang gereja SEENIK.
Yeah.
Ada
SKENIK.
Scenic.
Skinik. Yeah.
What else can they get from this forum kau dorang attend?
So basically dia forum ni dia ada different type of forums. So we have a main stage one. The main stage dia discuss about the specific type lah, specific tajuk untuk program tu. Dia ada speaker like biasa punya. But after that we kasih ada breakout room. So all the participants ni 300 orang ni
Boleh join the breakout rooms.
can join the breakout room.
So they can share their problems apa semua.
And
Berapa banyak breakout rooms sekarang buat?
and dia punya yang this is the the beautiful of this breakout room, dia ada different type of breakout room. The first one, the one breakout satu tu, one ada different lah, one sampai ada 9.
Puas hati terus.
Dia ada breakout one tu, dia ada TED Talk style. The second one is like rural, macam ni lah, like macam dialogue. Dialogue. The third one tu dia dialogue juga, but with the panelists.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can choose which one. Kalau mau yang direct talk to the speaker, panels, you want have a sharing sessions, and you can choose which one yang you mau. You have the presentations one kah, you have yang like talk to talk.
Gila, kalau saya pun bingung, Gus.
Yeah.
Hush.
Wih, nah. And all this, but
We need
this,
to go.
this one is satu hari lah kan?
Yeah.
On the
Satu
3rd
hari,
of November.
3
November.
Yeah. And
Siapa yang perlu pergi?
Yes.
Okay, so siapa pun boleh terbuka. If you want to learn, you can come. Government agency, corporate, student, institute punya. Sebab the speakers is from different background. Dia ada social enterprise daripada government punya perspektif. So it's open to all. Everyone can come.
yeah.
What-
And we
what-
also
oh,
have we also have market access
Yeah.
di luar the the hall, ada jual-jual from all social enterprise all over Malaysia, not just Sabah but also Sarawak and Peninsula Malaysia.
So there's also marketing opportunities, ah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Marketing, networking.
Like networking opportunities, and you can support the social enterprises by buying their products because they are going to sell their products outside of the hall.
As a participant to join, kau agak-agak what is the expected takeaway?
So, okay. What the goal, the main objective of what we are doing this gathering kan? Our Sabahan ni dia see the perspective of di Sabahan saja. So, they join this program, you can see a many of perspective. There are different country yang datang. You can if you say, let's say lah you don't want to learn from this country, you can tap on this one country yang you can tap in and you think you align with them. So that's one I think the takeaway from that lah. And other than that, diorang boleh network with other punya other punya stakeholder. Before this mungkin diorang circle diorang Sabahan, Malaysians. After this mungkin go global. That's one our punya objective. We want local to global.
So basically kau join supaya to kasih luas lagi
Luas
kami
lagi,
pemandangan
ya,
lah.
luas. Betul,
Pemandangan.
betul.
Yeah.
Betul. And even the learning visit pun, the main is to kita punya all the delegates from international to see what happening in Sabah. Sebab don't want to learn, don't eager to learn. And same goes to kita punya social enterprise. So we bring dorang sekali to see juga, to have the same synergy. Yalah, dorang eager to learn. Kita pun try bawa kita punya social enterprise to learn juga, to exchange knowledge, to connect, to apalah begitu semua.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Berapa lama sudah orang planning ni?
OMG, almost 1 year. No lah. Tapi the discussions ni bukan
Since last year.
since berapa dari since 20. The conversation tu start daripada Puan Vivi. Dia friends with Gary Higgins lah, the social enterprise punya founder. So from the conversations tu, dorang kickstart from the since 2023 lah.
Oh, itu almost 2 years. Almost lah.
So, work.
So happy for you guys it's happening.
Yeah,
Orang excited,
congratulations.
nervous.
Ya.
Macam Olimpik
campur-campur.
je saya rasa. Yang Malaysia host Olimpik.
Ya, tapi dia punya terms tu something like that. Dia Olympic for the social enterprise lah. Sebab ini kan, betul kan?
Yalah. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But the main is in
Yeah.
The main is in Taiwan.
Tapi for the gathering ni,
the gathering will
like-
be in Sabah.
untuk kita tunggu lagi, untuk let's say lah host lagi, maybe tunggu untuk 10 years lagi. Tu putar the seluruh social enterprise gathering.
God,
Yeah, it's a
working on
golden
this one is so
opportunity.
international.
Betul-betul.
Ya, mau tak hang terus.
And tickets are still available.
Yes, beli tiket.
Yes, tickets are available.
On our website,
Yeah.
Sabah Creative Economy and Innovation Center,
Yes.
SINIC.
And check us out.
Sinik saja kah Sabah Kreatif?
Boleh juga Sabah Creative Economy Innovation Center kalau mau lagi cepat SCENIC.
Dot apa?
My.
ORG?
.my.
.my.
ORG.
.my.
Alright.
Tapi go through kami punya social media pun, we are so actively on social media.
Yes, follow us on our
Nanti kita kasih
social media.
link-link di bawah.
Betul.
I'm tidak usah. How are we with time?
We are at 53 minutes.
Huh. Quite good. Last words.
Okay, I have question for both of you.
Itu bukan last words.
No. You guys sharing kan tadi tu, I heard the conversations. You both know each other since
Oh shit.
apa?
We tukar.
Yeah.
We
Since apa
moderate
tu?
now.
6 tahun.
6 tahun kan?
Yeah.
So how you guys handle conflict? Like, yalah, kita punya hidup ni not like in the cloud nine. Mesti ada arguing, bergaduh.
Saya jawab dulu then
Yeah,
no.
how you guys
Kau-
kan tapi still
Mula-mula I think it was a bit aggressive because bukan masih muda lah. Like we all had different goals and things we wanted to do kan. And memang there was a frustration that we couldn't work or we tidak agree on something. So when there was a frustration, pada merajuk lah yang tidak mencari 1-2 minggu whatever or tidak mau do anything together. But I think after we got past that phase, now it's like santai je lah, okay lah. Then what's the next thing we do? Because I think for us to work on something together, both of us have to buy into it. So if satu tidak mau, satu mau, then we don't do it. So it has to be both of us to do this. Even for KL Podfest pun, when he wanted to do, I was questioning him a lot of why, kenapa, what's the relevancy, are we ready to, should we do it? Then he answered yes, this and that. Okay lah, let's do it lah.
wow.
Yeah. So it's a lot of discussion, a lot of like friends are friends. The main thing is to separate work and friendship. Kami friendship is friendship lah. But when it comes to this, it's not. Dia bukan an attack on your friendship. So when we disagree on work, it's work. Friendship is friendship. Dia tidak collide. It helps with the discussion, but it doesn't make the decision.
So you guys like tolerate one another juga lah.
Have
like,
to lah.
and
Tiada
give
pilihan,
and
To
take lah.
tolerate
Kan?
lah.
Siapa yang
Give
banyak
and take.
pengalaman ya?
It depends.
It depends.
It depends on what we're doing.
Yeah.
Depends. Wah.
I'm more of a visual person. So saya boleh kenal si Chris macam kalau dia there are gestures yang dia buat. Kalau dia tidak happy, he'll do these things. Macam the obvious thing yang saya boleh cakap is the way dia bernafas. Macam yang dia tidak teruk. Dia tu bukan yang tapi kalau yang okay, something's wrong. Terus yang macam ada yang dia tak happy ni. Terus
We'll
besok
also-
dia baru dia cakap. Terus yang akan betul.
We'll also take note of that.
Even I guess I started realizing that when I tried really hard to communicate better with my wife.
What is this supposed to mean?
When things are not going well, saya perasan yang bini saya macam ada something yang dia buat. Dia yang begini pula if you do observation on people and soon I try to see this on other people, my boss, my friends. Diorang akan ada gestures yang kalau diorang ada something mau cakap tapi diorang takut, they will do certain things. Then I notice he has patterns. Then dia jadi a language and it becomes normally. So sometimes I overthink. Sometimes dia tidak kaitan pun. And I soon macam this is not serious. Ni tidak. Tapi yang ni macam repetitive. And you know there's something there. At first, yeah, it's aggressive. It's very
Ganas.
kau ternampak kah saya ada masalah? Begitu. Yang ya kah? Yang bodoh ni yang ini no sorry. Terus yang sudah tahu ada masalah pun yang so what do you want me to do? Sekarang macam kopi-kopi yang dua-dua tahu there's something on je lah yang ada something ni.
Like for me with Egan, his telltale signs is kalau dia sibuk buat barang yang dia tidak perlu buat. Dia akan fidget, he'll do things, he'll make excessive stories and create a lot of excuses. I'm like, mama, okay. Or when he does that and we're supposed to do something, I was like, let's not do it tonight lah, we'll do it another night, let's do something else. And we'll have a talk about what's going on and we support each other and try to support each other lah basically and see if we can, do I need to help him or is this something he just needs to air out so he can do it on his own. Gitulah. Because berapa lama sudah kenal kan. And also we know how to call out on each other. Like kalau saya malas, dia malas mau buat barang, dia tukar cerita, I'm like, oi, what?
And also we're getting old lah. Kau faham sudah ni barang.
So that's why when it comes to like certain work situations, Egan is always the guy that macam dia buat marketing lah. And I do the sales. So he comes in with a beautiful story of how things are going to work, what we can do, what cannot do. Then when it comes to me, then it's like how does it impact our time? How does it benefit us to do this as well? Then it's a different conversation lagi. Itu yang dia, itu Chris. Egan is like, we can do this together. Then Chris is like, does it really work together?
Okay, faham.
So,
Last word. Kan?
Oh ya.
oh jadi host lah terus kan hijack. No, I was gonna say, maybe there's something here. Macam because I don't see you all macam boss and stuff.
Yeah.
I see something else. So, yeah. Saya masih dalam frame kan ni?
Very friend.
Yeah, very friend.
Masih dalam frame?
Yeah.
Mau bergerak sikit? Siapa? Saya.
Terlampau santai so sini.
Saya senting, saya tahu lah.
Okay, yeah. Last words.
For everyone kah? For myself kah?
For yourself lah. For yourself.
Take this time for you lah.
Yes, this is for you. Cheng's time.
Okay. Let me think first. Okay. Kalau for myself, love yourself. Macam klise kan?
Tidak.
Tidak.
It's never cliche.
Tidak.
Love yourself because the top priority it's yourself. Because we know maybe banyak yang kita dapat love from others, but the important things is what we want, only what kita saja yang tahu. So everyone, I believe have a difference of background, difference of problems, and make top priority it's yourself. At the end, you and yourself.
You matter, gitu kan.
You better too.
I struggle with loving myself.
I think both of us have that
Yeah.
same thing.
Saya tidak akan beli baju yang akan cantik di badan saya. Saya tidak akan pergi set rambut ke,
Hello,
pergi
berjam,
facial
okay?
ke. Macam dalam otak aku, buat apa lah barang begitu. But you know, you need to jaga.
Dulu saya begitu. I'm very no need kita perluan, tapi lately ni macam
For the mental health.
betul.
There's one perspective yang sangat work with me. Kalau saya perlu jaga si Egan, apa kau buat sama si Egan? Macam, tidur awal, makan bagus sikit.
Oh,
Then,
that's nice.
yeah, so
That's really
there's
nice.
another me yang jaga saya. Then I know what to do.
Like you
kau
you
penat
keluar
macam ni,
dari
pergi-
your badan
Yeah,
and
yeah.
take care.
Apa ni macam lately ni lah, since last month I think saya macam begitu. You need sleep. Okay, sleep. I speak with myself lah.
It works.
Self-reflect
Yeah, it's
lah.
work.
Menangis. Mel,
That's nice.
Mel.
Oh, do things that benefit others.
wow.
Yeah. So macam I always think like when you benefit others, you get the sense of macam relief and macam satisfaction. Macam I don't know for other people, but I think for me, I see it that way. Macam whenever I see other people are happy with the things that macam just by saying macam have a great day, things like that, simple things like that would will make them happy. So that in a way macam gives satisfaction to me. So I think just be kind to other people and do things that is benefiting other people. Yeah.
There was this sorry, I just need to kasih keluar this thing. Ada ni budak kena tanya, bilang, what do you want to be when you grow up? Bilang, I want to be kind. Terus macam, di sini banget yang bukan professional, bukan ini, bukan itu. Oh, I want to be kind. Dia bilang. Terus yang macam mau jawab, that's not a job. Terus yang, but, like, okay.
Deep down, yeah. Like there is so many problems in this world, kan? I think we all could agree on that. And being kind is not apa tuh?
Ada tu kan the words kan.
Yeah, aku lupa tuh word, but it's like it's free. Being kind is free. So just be kind to everyone. So I think apa tuh budak is trying to say is really deep, and I think it's a like apa juga apa tuh a message to all of us too that kindness is free.
I think like what Cheng was saying also lah, it means to be kind to everybody. It also means to be kind to yourself as well.
Yes.
I think that's one kami dua pandai.
Ini
Sangat
dua
betul.
memang ngam, Bang.
Ya.
Ngam.
Oh ya.
Kan ngam.
Oh ya betul. Itu juga. Kami selalu
Betul. Kami begitu.
kami punya
Apa yang dipikirkan terus gini.
tiba-tiba.
Ya pandai begitu. Kami ada telepat yang sangat 100%.
Ya betul. Terus dah lama saya cakapkan like kan we work together a lot like dari awal pagi sampai petang malam kami selalu sama-sama, and sometimes when we have an idea kan we express it out, terus kami cakap kalau kita buat begini-begini, terus Cheng bilang ya kan saya pun terfikir kenapa kau boleh fikir apa yang saya pikir.
I have a question. Kalau kau in a separate room, lepas tu kau rasa macam, ada si Cheng sini and dia baru masuk tu bilik. Kau pernah kan ada experience begitu?
Belum lagi.
Okay.
Macam I haven't felt like that.
I got this one friend. He lives here lah. We were roommates for 5 years. So at that one point, saya duduk dalam bus, duduk di depan. So di depan kau nampak depan lah kan. So macam ada si Oja sini tahu selang. And true enough, dia baru saja naik itu bus. Like you can sense that
The
person.
aura.
I guess. There's vibration lah, I guess. So on that note,
Wait, kau punya kata-kata gulung-gulung sudah?
apa gulung-gulung apa?
Jarang sudah kau punya apa?
Oh saya.
Ya.
Oh ya. Ayo, cincai.
Kamu gulung saya lagi belum cakap.
Oh iyalah, on that note lah.
Kau lah dulu.
Okay. Ayo. Mel, Cheng, thank you. Thank you for everything, man. Like,
Oh, I thought it was your words too.
I get to say final words. Wow.
Yeah.
I get to say final words. We want to acknowledge that the struggle is real. Kau buat apapun, kecil manapun, besar manapun, the struggle is real. There is no one that can tell you that alah ini kacang lah. Itu pun kau dapat buat kah? Benda macam ni pun kau tak faham kah? No, it's this struggle is specifically yours, and it's okay to cry. It's okay to fail. It's okay to down sometimes, and just know that there's someone else out there yang sama saya masalah dia somehow, and it's only in a matter of time, space, or chance that you meet these people, and that's why networking is good. I don't want to hard sell lah, but you will find someone yang macam ni pula masalah dia, tapi dia boleh berjaya pula. Begini pula struggle dia. Shit, I'm facing the same thing. Saya pun ada domestic violence, this case, that case. But dia orang boleh jumpa case macam tu and still turn it into a good thing. And I guess during rural RSEC, susahnya. Yeah, you will find these people. I'm not hard selling. No, you can meet them anywhere. But this is a boost lah. Saya sangat percaya ini barang. You will meet the same people with the same ideas, the same passion, and true enough, same problems. Yeah. Jadi, itu saja lah.
Saya. Jadi dia panjang, saya kasih pendek saja. As an entrepreneur, if you're starting to do business, it's always learn to ask why. So question everything you do until you find why you're doing what you're doing. Once you know why you're doing something, it helps you to what you need to do. And the other thing I always stand with, or petua lah yang saya pegang, is good is the enemy of great. So people stop being great because they're good. That's why, don't just be good, aim for great so that you can be better than good.
Last word from us. Thank you Sip Sip Show for having us.
Yes. And
Best experience ever, Okel Podfest.
Yeah.
Wish mantap.
and we wish you guys all the best for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
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 Nervous?
Can.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And-
And thank you for getting us here, for joining us here, and being so open and sharing all the stories and everything. We appreciate it a lot.
We appreciate having you guys having a session for us. Like, yeah. Aku na tahu lah apa aku cakap. But yeah.
Thank you so
Yep.
much.
Anyway, this has been the Sip Sip Show. Chang, Mel, Egan.
Big thanks to Scenic, InScan, Globes Neighborhood for making this all possible.
Thank you,
Sweet for the baju.
sponsors.
And we'll see. Thanks, Iwan,
For taking photos behind the scenes.
for being
Thank
our
you.
camera one. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Cut.